Mistake with the Alpha Chapter 62. Allison's point of view. This is no coincidence. My son had never gotten hurt, and now he just went down all of a sudden just because she got hurt. This explains it all, Gerard retorted. Cleo didn't say anything anymore, but it showed in her eyes that she didn't believe my words. Why didn't you say anything before now? My father asked me. It would definitely look like slandering. The truth is that I don't like her, but I don't want anything bad to happen to her. It's fine. That's how a true Luna thinks. She's always after people's welfare, Gerard said to me. Gerard promised to deal with Sam so badly, and that made me glad. She would suffer. Gerard and Cleo left, my father inclusive. I was left alone with Jalen. Who knows if he wakes up and sees me by his side, he will forgive me.
Dre's point of view. I teleported home to my mother. I needed to ask her a few questions about the magic of the mating bond. My mother, being my mother, wouldn't want to tell me. She made me tell her why I needed to know. Since I didn't have a choice, I did. I've told you to always stay out of people's matters. This matter doesn't concern you, Dre, she said. I know, Mom, but what would I have done? Someone is in trouble, and she's someone I like. Please help me save her, I pleaded. I've never asked my mom for anything before. She looked at me surprised, but then she told me all about it. I made sure to listen so attentively to every detail. After that, I went back to where I came from. By the time I got there, I heard some bad news. This broke my heart. I knew if I had been there, something like that wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have allowed it. As I was going to see Sam, I saw Ethan. We need to talk, he said to me. No, I need to see Sam. I need to see if she's fine and doesn't need my help, I replied. The main reason I had to see Sam is to see if they've not done anything bad to her with magic. I don't trust those people. Don't go. You will add to her problem. She's already tagged a witch. If you are seen there again, will further prove that she is a witch, he said tiredly. With that, I didn't say anything. I just followed him. Where are we heading? I asked when I saw that he was just working. Kira, he replied. I frowned. I don't know who Kira is and what she has to do with me. Who bears that? She's the moon goddess priestess of our pack, he replied. Oh, then I wondered why he's taking me there. I can't hold it anymore. I don't like how Sam is being hurt daily, Ethan said, looking so melancholy. Neither do I. That's why I'm trying everything possible to find a permanent solution to all these, I replied. Sam has never done me any good, but I just have this feeling that I'm her guardian angel. She's such a lonely one and needs a shoulder to lean on. But time is running fast. Now Allison has made Sam look like the fetish one. The Alpha's father already imprisoned her parents. We need to act fast. Otherwise things will be ruined, he said passionately. I could understand him. Gemmas hate to see their Luna hurt. It means that they are failing at their job, and this is how Ethan is feeling right now. Why are you taking me to the priestess? I asked instead. She's the only one that the Alpha's father believes. If she finds out what they've done, she will tell him, and according to you, there might be trouble if Jalen knows about it now, he explained. I saw a sense in what he said, and I nodded. We got to Kira's place, and the old woman was sitting on a mat looking at us. Her eyes were as bright as the moon. What is a lichen want in my little hut? She asked, looking at me. I bowed slightly to greet her, since I didn't have answers to her questions. Ethan quickly moved forward and greeted her. Gemma, it's been a while, she said, looking at him. Ethan sat down with his head bowed. I then sat beside him. What's making my ever-lively grandson so moody today? She asked. Grandson? I asked, looking at both Ethan and the priestess. Well, none answered me, though. The Luna is in trouble, and I don't know what to do to save her. Ethan's voice was laced with sadness. The priestess stood and sat beside Ethan. She patted his back. I know how you feel, but the Luna did wrong and should be punished, she said softly. Ethan shook his head. No, she did no wrong. It was Allison that did wrong. She's the one who is trying all means to hurt her, he replied. This time the priestess seems confused. Are you talking about another person? Isn't Allison the Alpha's mate? She asked. I love the old woman because of the way she asked her questions. Being a priestess, she didn't behave like she knew it all. No, Allison is not the Alpha's mate, Ethan said. How did you know that? She asked. Dre told me, he said, looking at me, who was beside him. I knew I was the one who told him, but then he had the evidence on his arm. Why did he have to use me? The priestess looked at me. Do you trust this witch hybrid? She asked, still looking at me. I stayed calm because I didn't mind what she was saying. All I care about is what she will do for us. Ethan nodded his head, and I didn't expect that. Why? Witches are not to be trusted. They are very treacherous in nature, she said blankly. Not Dre. He might be silly, but he's very honest, he replied. I didn't even make any reaction. I just want them to come over with their trust issues and get into the main reason we are here. Not only did I believe him, I believe this, he said. He pulled his shirt, and it revealed the Luna sign. Kira looked at it carefully before she sighs. Why are you here? She asked. Grandma, help us. The Luna must not die, Ethan pleaded. Why not tell the Alpha since you know? She said. I didn't know if I should talk because priestesses are principled people. They can be very fierce if you disobey them. Ethan then nudged me to talk. I'd rather show you than talk, I said. You won't use your witch power in my hut. It is not allowed, she said firmly. I knew it. She's not different. Priestesses are very proud in nature. I wasn't willing to pamper her because I didn't even come here to ask for her help. It is her grandson that did. Then I won't say anything, I said blankly. Grandma, please. You are doing it to save your people, Ethan pleaded. The priestess glared at me for a while before she went ahead to bring a big pot with water. She put it right in front of me. Then I started to chant. Then the past begins to play. What Allison and her father did to Sam showed, and then it switched to what will probably happen if we are not careful. When the vision closed, Ethan's eyes were already red with pain and anger mixed together. Even Kira the priestess couldn't say anything. For a few minutes we just kept looking at each other. What would you have me do? She asked after a while. We can work together to right things, I replied. I know that witch, Kira the priestess said with a gloomy look. You know her? Ethan asked. Kira nodded. You two need to be careful. She's not a very kind one. She's very powerful. I just don't know how Omar found her. She's been long lost for years now, she said. Don't worry, we will be careful, I said to her. Anytime you need my help, you can come find me, she said. I nodded. One more thing, I said. I remember that Ethan said that Gerard only listens to her. Please do not let the Alpha's father know. He's already accusing Sam of witchcraft, I said. Yes, Grandma. Please help us clear Sam's name, Ethan seconded me. Don't worry, I know what to do. Kira, are you there? A voice called. So glad we told Kira the priestess to lock her door, that what we wanted to show her mustn't be heard by anyone. Go through the back door, she said to us. We then quickly went away through the back door. Since we didn't come with a vehicle, we walked home. How is Sam? I asked. In a critical condition, he replied. And your Alpha? He wouldn't wake up. Well, if you don't mind, I can help the two of them a bit, I said calmly. I wasn't going to force my powers on anyone. No, let her heal. If her healing is too fast, people might want to believe Allison's story, he objected softly. Well, I saw a reason in what he said, so I didn't bother to dwell on it. We then just walked home silently, each thinking about what we were going to do next. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications to stay up to date with new videos uploaded. Also check out our next video in the series.